Sankhya, meaning enumeration or analysis, is one of the 6 orthodox schools of Indian philosophy. It offers a unique perspective on the nature of reality, human existence, and the path to liberation. Rooted in the Vedas, Sankhya presents a dualistic framework. This framework distinguishes between consciousness, Purusha, and matter, Prakriti. Sankhya explores the interplay between these two eternal principles. It explains how the material world arises from Prakriti and the journey of Purusha towards self-realization.
Sankhya's analytical approach dissects reality into its constituent elements. It emphasizes the importance of understanding the true nature of the self and its relationship to the material world. By recognizing the distinction between Purusha and Prakriti, Sankhya provides a framework for liberation from suffering. This liberation arises from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara. Sankhya's profound insights into the human condition continue to hold relevance in the contemporary world.
Sankhya's origins are shrouded in antiquity, with its roots tracing back to the Vedic period. It finds mention in the Upanishads, where the concepts of Purusha and Prakriti are first explored. Some scholars believe that Kapila, a revered sage, was the founder of Sankhya. However, no concrete historical evidence supports this claim.
The most authoritative and foundational text of Sankhya is the Sankhya Karika, attributed to Ishvara Krishna. This concise yet profound treatise, composed around the 2nd century CE, systematically presents the key tenets of Sankhya philosophy. Over the centuries, Sankhya evolved and branched out into various sub-schools. Thinkers like Vijnana Bhiksu and Vakaspati Misra contributed significantly to its development through their commentaries and interpretations. Despite these variations, the core principles of Sankhya have remained consistent.
Purusha, in Sankhya, represents pure consciousness. It is the eternal, unchanging, and uninvolved witness of the material world. Unlike Prakriti, which is dynamic and ever-changing, Purusha remains unaffected by the fluctuations of the material realm. It is often described as the silent observer, the knower, or the seer.
Imagine a clear mirror reflecting the world around it. The mirror itself remains unchanged, regardless of the objects it reflects. Similarly, Purusha, as pure consciousness, reflects the activities of Prakriti without itself being modified. The concept of Purusha is central to Sankhya's soteriology. Sankhya philosophy posits that liberation from suffering is achieved through the realization of the true nature of the self as distinct from Prakriti.
In contrast to the static and uninvolved nature of Purusha, Prakriti represents the dynamic and ever-evolving material world. It is the primordial ground from which the entire universe emanates. Prakriti is characterized by the 3 Gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, which are the fundamental forces or qualities that govern its operation.
Think of Prakriti as a vast ocean with waves constantly rising and falling. The ocean itself represents Prakriti, while the waves, with their various forms and movements, represent the manifestations of the 3 Gunas. These Gunas interact with each other, creating the diverse forms, experiences, and phenomena of the material world. While Prakriti is responsible for the manifestation of the universe, it is essential to remember that it acts as an unconscious principle. It is set in motion by the mere presence of Purusha, much like a dancer begins to perform in front of an audience.
Section 5, the 3 Gunas, forces of nature.
The concept of the 3 Gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, is fundamental to understanding the dynamics of Prakriti in Sankhya philosophy.
These gunas are not to be understood as mere qualities, but as active forces that permeate and govern all aspects of the material world, including our minds and intellects.
Sattva, characterized by purity, knowledge, and harmony, represents the illuminating and upward-moving force.
Rajas, associated with passion, activity, and desire, represents the dynamic and outward-moving force.
Tamas, characterized by inertia, ignorance, and darkness, represents the downward-moving force that leads to stagnation and delusion.
These gunas are always in a state of flux, and their interplay determines the nature of all phenomena.
Understanding the gunas is crucial for navigating the complexities of life.
By becoming aware of their influence, we can strive for a greater balance of sattva in our lives, leading to inner peace and clarity.
Section 6. Evolution and influence on other schools. Sankhya, with its profound insights into the nature of reality and human existence, has had a significant influence on various other schools of Indian philosophy, including yoga, Buddhism, and Jainism.
Yoga, often considered the practical counterpart of Sankhya, adopts its metaphysical framework, particularly the concepts of Purusha, Prakriti, and the Gunas. Buddhism, while rejecting the idea of a permanent self, or Atman, borrows Sankhya's concepts of the five aggregates known as skandhas and the three characteristics of existence called trilakshana.
Jainism, sharing Sankhya's dualistic worldview, distinguishes between jiva, or soul, and ajiva, or non-soul concepts that resonate with Purusha and Prakriti. The pervasive influence of Sankhya on these diverse schools highlights its profound impact on the development of Indian thought.
Section 7. Sankhya and Yoga, a symbiotic relationship. Sankhya and Yoga, though considered distinct schools of thought, share a deep and interconnected relationship.
While Sankhya provides the theoretical framework for understanding reality, Yoga offers practical methods for achieving liberation. Yoga, often referred to as applied Sankhya, utilizes the principles of Sankhya to develop a disciplined practice aimed at stilling the fluctuations of the mind and attaining self-realization.
Imagine a chariot with two wheels, representing Sankhya and Yoga. Both wheels are essential for the chariot to move forward. Similarly, Sankhya and Yoga complement each other, providing both the theoretical understanding and the practical tools for navigating the path to liberation.
Yoga's emphasis on ethical principles, or yamas and niyamas, physical postures known as asanas, breath control called pranayama, and meditation techniques draws heavily on Sankhya's understanding of Purusha, Prakriti, and the Gunas.
Section 8. Relevance of Sankhya for UPSC aspirants. In the context of the UPSC examination, Sankhya philosophy offers valuable insights that can enhance an aspirant's preparation and performance.
Firstly, Sankhya's emphasis on analytical thinking and understanding the root causes of phenomena can be instrumental in developing a critical and nuanced perspective on various issues. This analytical approach is essential for comprehending complex socio-economic and political challenges.
Secondly, Sankhya's concept of the three gunas provides a framework for understanding human behavior motivations and decision-making processes. This understanding is invaluable for analyzing historical events, social structures, and policy decisions.
Lastly, Sankhya's emphasis on self-awareness, discipline, and equanimity can help aspirants manage stress, maintain focus, and make sound judgments under pressure.
Section 9. Conclusion. Embracing wisdom for life and exams. Sankhya philosophy, with its profound insights into the nature of reality, human consciousness, and the path to liberation, offers timeless wisdom that transcends the boundaries of time and culture.
Its principles, though rooted in ancient Indian thought, hold immense relevance for navigating the complexities of the modern world. For UPSC aspirants, Sankhya's analytical framework, understanding of human nature, and emphasis on self-awareness can serve as invaluable tools for excelling in the examination and beyond.
Embrace the wisdom of Sankhya, not just as a subject to be studied, but as a way of life, and witness its transformative power in your journey towards personal and professional fulfillment. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge is not merely about acquiring information, but about cultivating wisdom, developing critical thinking, and ultimately, realizing your full potential.